Okay, good afternoon, KW South Bay. How's everyone? Awesome. I can't believe it's already at the end of January. Um, yeah, next week is it. We're in February, so the first month is gone. I'm excited. A lot of momentum going on, but more so, this is where you need to be in the trenches, the activities. We're going to be providing you a lot of stuff today. I also have a presentation that I'm going to be providing you as broker updates regarding the golden letters that I think will help the momentum and streamline to pick up more listings in the coming months. So without further ado, let's go ahead and continue in our team meeting. So next slide, please. Please make sure to silence your phones, out of respect to everyone. If we hear someone's phone, then you're going to contribute $5. Oh, go ahead. $20. $20 to KW Cares. All right. We're going to hold you accountable to it. So if we hear, and make sure you point fingers and say, here's the phone that is, yeah, it may be me. Yeah, because I have my phone on. So I'll commit. If my phone rings, I will contribute $20 to KW Cares. Awesome. All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, you know how we do it here at KW South Bay with our mission to provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained, and motivated to experience growth, wealth, and a legacy that allows them to live their best life possible. Our belief, when the values of your own company align with your own beliefs, you know you found your professional home. And our vision, to achieve amazing professionals and personal development so that KW South Bay remains the agency of choice. All right. And it echoes with me the importance of the big vision, right? Remember, at the end of the day, you are your own entrepreneur. You're your own CEO. If you were on this morning's producer's mindset, I was talking about the importance of how you reflect. What does that look like? What does the mirror tell you, right? Because business doesn't just come to your lap, right? That would be great if a listing comes on your lap, a buyer comes on your lap, right? But it doesn't work that way. It's devotion, dedication, hard work. You're pushing forward every single day. Look at the top agents in the industry. What do you think they're doing? It's not a magic wand. It's not a pill they're taking. At the end of the day, it's their commitment to their business. It's their commitment to their family, right? And the beautiful thing is, we don't know when our next deal is going to come right in front of us. But if we're not doing the heavy lifting and working and going out there and talking about real estate, you're not going to see the results. That's simple. And this, again, stems from new agents, mid-level agents, top performers, right? Everyone knows that we need to get to work. You need to get to work, okay? All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, again, your supporting team here. So these are the individuals that are here to assist and support as we chuck away every single day. It's not that you work for us, we work for you. Next slide, please. All right, next week is the day, folks. February, we are switching our team meetings from Wednesdays at 12 p.m. to Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning. So if you show up next Wednesday at 12 o'clock and say, do we have a team meeting? The answer is no. No team meeting next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Our next meeting will be Thursday, 10:30 to 11:30. 1 hour, stays an hour. But we wanted to do this for one reason, is to give you the opportunity right after to go on broker tour. How many people are going on broker tour and looking at inventory? This is an opportunity not just to go look at what's happening in our local area, but if you come across a buyer that is looking for an area and you happen to go see this home on broker tour, now you can remember, it's like, I remember this property on 123 ABC Street that might be a good fit for you, right? And the beautiful thing is you already looked at the property, right? You went inside, looked, you met with the agent, you build rapport with the agent, because that's important, folks, right? Because in this industry, it's about relationships. And when you go in someone's open house or broker tour, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to the agent that is there hosting the broker tour. Because you just never know, if you get a buyer and you build a great dialogue, when you reach out to find out the status of that property, right? At least you can say, hey, it was great seeing you on the broker tour a couple of weeks ago. I have someone that is interested in purchasing the property, was wondering if there's any offers on the table, right? And if you gave a good impression, I can tell you from personal experience that they're going to remember you, right? And they're going to say, yeah, I remember the conversation with you. And the essence is you're building the relationship, because the one thing you want is to get your offer accepted, right? And work with a good agent that you guys get to the finish line and close the deal. So again, going back, the reason we push the team meetings now is for that reason, so we can get more agents out there at Broker Tour. So you'll get a 30-minute break, get ready. And as you know, Chris Rivera is also hosting the tour with a caravan. Last week, he had this big old bus out there. We were full capacity, where we actually were now caravan with other agents following the van itself. So it's a great opportunity, not just to partner up and go out with your peers. Sometimes at broker tours, what do you get? You get sometimes snacks. Sometimes you may get food as well, right? As you're looking at homes as well. So just keep this in mind. Next Wednesday, no more team meeting. It'll be Thursday. All right. Thank you. Broker Tour 12 to 2. Lunch serves, someone was saying. Right. Next week on the 5th, we're having our KW Care Super Bowl brunch. So show your spirit, wear your jersey. Doesn't matter if you're a Rams fan, if you're a Chicago Bear fan, if you're a Raider fan, bring your team. All right. That's next week, next Thursday. Yeah, February 5th, 11:30. So I know Gary's going to bring his Rams fan. He literally went to Chicago to go watch his team go against the Chicago Bears, and ended up winning. But it was super cool for him. I mean, that's a true Rams fan for sure. But again, it's great for the purpose of our KW Cares, and the KW Cares really provides a lot for KW associates across the nation. All right, let's continue. Next slide. All right, we want to welcome Carlos. Is Carlos here? There he is. Carlos, stand up. Let's give him a round of applause. Carlos, tell us just in a quick 30-second a little bit about yourself.
I decided to put full time into real estate after I was laid off a couple years ago, flying up here and there, how it's been out there.
Yeah.
So I'd always been thinking about doing this. I said, well, the time is now. And then I started taking the online preparation for the state test. And then I stopped and I said, no, I need to finish this. So I was surprised that I passed it the first time. I was going to do this. It's so hard. But yeah, I'm glad to be part of the team now.
Beautiful.
I see how easy it is.
Yeah.
Ready to absorb everything and learn and maybe team up with people and open for any opportunities.
Right. Absolutely. You definitely came to the right office, and all of us are here to support you as well as you're going through the elements. I foresee it didn't happen immediately with Carlos. He really drilled me when we were actually doing the appointment. He pulled out his notepad and he was just asking a lot of questions. And thank goodness that I had all of the answers that he was throwing at me. But he didn't sign up with me that same day, because usually my conversions are okay when it comes to getting someone to sign up with us. He says, well, I'm going to be interviewing other offices as well. And I told him, I encourage you, please go out there and see what other offices are offering. but it was my follow-up. I kept following up with him and checking in. How you doing? How's the process? Do you have any questions? And then ultimately he gave me the thumbs up and says, hey, Simon, when can I come and sign up with you guys? So thank you again. I appreciate you joining us.
This is what I want to do.
I appreciate it. Give it up for Carlos. Thank you, Carlos. Yes. All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. Right, just a friendly reminder, our 1031 with Phil Edowan, Asset Exchange Companies. He's going to be, I believe, is he on Zoom as well? I'm not sure. Phil? That Phil was going to be on the call today.
He hasn't come on yet.
He hasn't come in.
on
Okay.
chat.
So let me know, Nat, when he comes in so we can have him just briefly talk to the group, the importance of 1031. But it'll be Wednesday, February 4th at 11 o'clock here in the South Bay office. He's going to come live and in person to talk to you about 1031 exchange. Okay. Let's continue. Next slide. All right. Is Derek here? Where's Derek? There he is. All right, let's give Derek a round of applause for capping with the company. Amazing. Beautiful thing. He gets this awesome plaque. How you doing, my man? Congratulations.
Sir.
Tell me a little bit. How did you do it? How did you become a capper?
All hard work.
Okay, hard work. Got it.
I think I treat it like a job. That's what I think the biggest thing is. It's fun, it's exciting, it's something new, different every day, but it is a job. So
Right.
schedule, maintaining the schedule, sticking to what you plan to do the day before, consistency.
Love that.
Consistency is key.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Let's give Derek a round of applause, guys. Good job. That's awesome. Who wants to be cappers? Who wants to get 100% of their commissions? Right? The beautiful thing is you can do it here at KW, folks. Okay. It's consistency, is treating it like a job and being focused, right? The beautiful thing is we got 12 consecutive months to make it happen, right? So it doesn't take that much to become a capper. Let's continue. Next slide, please. Next, we have Diana De Fuentes. Come up here. Awesome. How you doing? I never see her because she's out there always hustling. Now, one thing that I can share with you in the years that I've known her, she's a consistent cold caller. She picks up the phone and makes a commitment to call people. So can you share something with the group?
About cold calling or just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, I would say it's the same. Treat it as a job. Be consistent. Have your number ones. Like my number ones would be numbers. Track everything you do, how many people you talk to, how many conversations you have, how many listing appointments you go on, who doesn't show up, which ones you keep, and how many you convert. That's probably my number one thing is treat it like a job.
Love that.
Show up.
Show up. Absolutely. Awesome. Give it up for Deanna. Love that. Yeah, I mean, you hear it from all of the people, and even past cappers as well. They'll tell you, just show up. Okay, your commitment, your devotion, your dedication to your own business, because this is your own business, is show up, right? Go into the income producing activities that will lead you to an appointment that now it leads you to an open escrow to ultimately get that deal closed, right? And yes, it's an uphill battle, folks. I get it. I understand. But how exciting is when you close your deals? How exciting is it now you're handing the keys to the buyer or wishing your sellers, thank you for providing me the opportunity to serve you and help you sell your home, right? And now they're giving you referrals because you did such an amazing job. Because in our line of work, folks, it's all about referrals, right? Talk to some of the agents that do this on a regular basis. They say they love those referrals coming in because those are the cherry picking ones. Those are the easy ones that you get. So congratulations to these two amazing agents who became cappers and 100% of their commission. So unfortunately, we don't collect any more income from them. So good job, guys. Awesome. I think we have Phil Edowan. Mr. Phil, how are you, sir?
Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I am so pleased to be with you. We've got big news for you, and I hope you can put this in your calendar. We're going to be coming to you live on February the 4th at your office for a 1-hour seminar on the top 10 reasons investors use the 1031 exchange. Why is that so important to you? Number one, you need new listings and you need new deals for 2026. Where are they going to come from? They can come from places that you may not even know and from ways that you do not even know. And we're going to talk about what those 10 reasons are. As an example, what if your client needs to do an exchange because they want to provide housing to a relative or a child or an elderly parent? Is that even possible to do that? Number two, some people are very frustrated with what's going on with rent control and the requirements that the government is putting on them in terms of lowering how much rent they can charge. Can they go somewhere else and get a higher rate of return on their properties? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about things like, what if I want to retire and I don't want to continue to maintain management and tenants? I don't want to pay the taxes. I want to be able to give a legacy gift to my family when I pass. The question is, how do I do that and still got to get out of the business of managing? The answer is, your clients might be able to go into these types of co-owned properties where they can retire from being a manager, but not retire from owning investment property, getting monthly income, and owning an asset that's going to maintain or grow their equity. All this is going to require you listing the property and you're selling the property. There are other ones that we don't have time to talk about, but we will on February the 4th at 11 o'clock, right there in your office. And one thing that we're going to give you, in addition to the education and an incredible PowerPoint, we're going to give you marketing letters if you want them on these different areas and how to start speaking to your title people, get those farm packages of those people who've owned these rental properties for 10 years or more, and how you can now start contacting them regarding these 10 reasons why investors want to sell and to go into something else and change their ownership portfolio of their rental properties. I hope you can be there because this can change your 2026. Believe me, these are the reasons why people exchange, and these might be the same things that your clients are thinking about or prospects are thinking about, but you never knew about.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Phil Edewan. Thank you. I am looking forward to seeing you, sir. So
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you. All right. Remember, make sure to put it on your calendar. He's going to be here live in person, not on Zoom, but live in person here, giving you information of 1031 exchange. What's that? What time are you getting? I don't remember. Let me see.
It was 11 o'clock
11 o'clock.
on the 4th. I think that Stephanie has that information, but I'm pretty
So-
I have my calendar in front of me, but I think it's right there. Yeah, 11 a.m. South Bay
Yeah.
Training Room.
Yeah, we have it at 11 o'clock.
Is that available via Zoom too?
That's
Okay.
oh, I'm
Well,
going to
we
be
can-
there live, so that'll be
We
up to
can
Stephanie.
definitely put it. He's gonna modify it. Yeah. Either he's gonna do it earlier or finish a little sooner, but we'll figure it out. It's one of those rare occasions that we get Phil to come in person. On Zoom, we see him all the time, but to actually have him here in person is definitely a plus. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and continue. Next up, let's bring up our favorite home warranty, Christy Buscemi with Old Republic Home Protection. No,
Hi guys, Christy B, Old Republic Home Protection and my NHD. This is my amazing partner and friend, Kaylee Conlon with my
Hey.
NHD as well. And I thought I'd really try to get your attention today because sometimes when we're up here talking, I know that you guys hear a lot of us, so I thought I'd do a new spin. I will give somebody $100, a $100 bill, if you can tell me every single item in the chicken that you just ate. Anybody?
Bell pepper, red pepper,
Mhm.
chicken,
Okay.
probably some spices,
Okay, you're getting close. Do you wanna stop or do you wanna keep going? Sugar. Sugar, yes. So you just saw it, you just ate it, right? But yet, how would you know everything inside? You know why? Because I make my own barbecue sauce. Because the little things matter. My point is this, if you looked at the chicken, you ate the chicken, you enjoyed the chicken, but you still don't know everything inside the chicken, how would you know everything inside this 14-page brochure? There is fine print within here. And every single day, I'm getting purchase contracts and TCs and escrows and from agents sometimes. And it says not to exceed 500, not to exceed 600, not to exceed 700. But yet there's no information on that other line letting me know what it is. And unless I'm the one looking at the property and ordering it, TCs are just going in and giving you a basic standard plan. You know when I find out about it? I find out when the water heater's broken or the furnace is broken. And you're like, Christy, what's going on? Your text sucked. And I'm like, gosh, I'm sorry. Let's rewind. Which plan do we have on there? And they're like, I put in $800. And I look it up and I'm like, gosh, I'm seeing that this was basic standard plan at 4K. And they're like, that's ridiculous. Did you give it to me? I don't know. Did you email me? No. Did you call me? No. Did you text me? No. Well, guess what? You didn't get credit for it either. So when I'm trying to dip into my favorite bank, I don't even get to use your numbers, right? So important to place your own orders, right? Because nobody knows these plans like I do. Your TCs do not know these plans like I do. Escrow does not know these plans like I do. We all have a lane. And it's important that we stay in our lane. That's the best way I can take care of you. Because I love you, I love your clients, I love my job, and I love happy people. And it's really important that we make your clients happy. And the best way to do that is to forward me the purchase contract, less work for you. I'll look it up. I'll talk to your buyers, sellers, TCs, escrow, whoever you want me to reach out to. I will do all of the work for you. Show of hands, have I ever not called anyone back in this room? This job is important to me. Your clients are important to me. And people are always asking why you. That's why. I care. I care about all of it. From the food that you eat to the home warranties that I place. I care about all of it. So we also brought some prizes and I'm gonna turn it over to Kayla. We're gonna make it really quick.
Hi, how are we all doing today?
Good.
I need to pump up the room a little bit more. I'm Kaylee. I'm with my NHD. I'm your Natural Hazard Disclosure representative. Today we are going to spin things off and do something fun. I have a little trivia for you guys, okay? Now, mind you, the answers are in this room. If you heard earlier when I was passing some stuff out, pay attention. Okay. All right. So, question number 1. What is the price of a My NHD report? And I want you guys to raise your hand as well.
94.
No.
Who said 74.95?
Yeah, you said that. You had your hand raised.
Oh.
With environmental, it is 94.95. So, anyway.
All right.
Question number 2. How much E&O insurance backs each report? Raise your hand. Right there in the back. How much? Beautiful, gorgeous. All right. Question number 3. Well,
What was the answer? You didn't hear the answer.
$10 million. All the NHD companies are not alike.
all right. Question number 3. True or false? Reports are billed through escrow. Boom, got it. All right. And how do you order and receive My NHD reports?
Email.
Who said that? Who said escrow?
It's in
Good
the
one. You get one. She gets one.
It's in the-
Escrow. You can email escrow and you can also email me. I am here for a reason. There's business cards all over the tables, of course, hot pink with my face on it. If you guys have any questions I may not know the answer to, I will make sure you guys get an answer. Okay? All right. That's all I have.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ladies. Appreciate it. Why is it important to use your preferred vendors? They're vetted, yes. What else? Trust, yes. Satisfaction? Okay, good. What else? Yeah, they definitely have your back, right? And as Christy was saying, you know, she follows up. You call her, she's going to follow up. That's important and that's huge. How many times have you been in a situation where they don't call you back? You know, how annoying, how frustrating is that, right? You know, so you want to align yourself with the people that have your best interests as well, just like you have your client's best interest, right? That's the beautiful thing. She's committed, consistent. She shows up and she's a hard worker. So thank you both ladies for coming in and providing this amazing food. I mean, it's completely almost gone, you know, so I'm glad I was able to get a little bit before the start of the team meeting. So again, let's give the two ladies a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's continue. All right, next we got just a friendly reminder, Atlanta Family Reunion 2026. If you're interested in still joining us, you still have time. It's next month already. So I believe in next 3, maybe 4 weeks, I think it's when the event is. So if you're interested, please make sure to register. Next slide. All right, just again, a friendly reminder. We're going to have it. So Matt, are we going to have it here at the office?
Yes, we are.
Okay, awesome. So if you cannot make it to Atlanta, we're going to have a watch party here at the office in the training room. So if you want to take advantage of seeing Gary live on Zoom, you're going to be able to hear his vision speech, all of the social media con with Gary and Ryan at the inspirational morning, and then some guest speakers live on stage as well. So if you prefer to do it here at the training room in the office, then join us on those dates. Next slide. Yes. Yes.
Speech 9 o'clock over there. That's gonna be 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's early in the morning. Yeah, we're going to be 3-hour difference. So you just got to be prepared to be here super early as well. Yes. No, so it's not for the rewinds, but you have access to all of it. After a certain time, I think they give you like a week or 2 weeks after, and then it expires. But you're able to see all of the recordings as well if you buy the one-time fee. It's the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. We're just going to offer it here at the office. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let's continue. Listing pitches. Buyers need some wants. Anyone? Yes.
I have a buyer looking for 2-bed, 2-bath, up to 1 million. Hermosa, Redondo, like smaller home, 900, 1,000 square feet. Could be a fixer, TLC. If you have anything coming up or know of anything, please let me know.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? I have Alice Rodriguez. She's out of the LA Harbor office. She has a property coming soon. It's not on the market yet. 1216 Sternhart in the city of Redondo Beach. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and the square footage is 5,000 square feet. She's having a broker tour tomorrow from 12 to 2, and lunch will be served. So lunchtime. Okay, so she definitely wants to get as many agents out there to preview the home. This is a great opportunity. If you want the information, just see me after and I'll give you the address. Again, 1216 Sternhart in the city of Redondo Beach. Anyone else? Yes, Deanna.
I have a new construction coming up this morning. It's going to be an SFR with an ADU. The SFR is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and the ADU is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath and a half, and it's going to be for 1.5. That's going to come on the market March 1st. Right now we're just waiting on gas company to put on the meter, but it's pretty much ready to go if I have a buyer now. And I have another one coming up in Hawthorne. It's going to be on Dottie, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it's going to go on the market within 2 weeks, and is going to be at 700.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Anyone else? No one else? All right. Well, let's go ahead and continue. Next slide. Oops. All right. Next, we got Fernando Diaz with CMG Home Loans. Let's give him a round of applause.
And everybody up. Great. Right, guys. How is everybody?
Good.
Happy New Year still, since we're in January, barely. Fall. So real quick, guys, the Fed just had their meeting. And no surprise, rates did not change. And obviously, we got to realize why it is that rates did not change. Why do you feel the Fed felt they couldn't lower rates currently? Inflation. That's particularly it. But the reality is, and this is why sometimes, I feel that we get too caught up in news and what's going on. You need to focus on the data. The data doesn't lie. Math is math, right? 2 and 2 is 4. It's not 4.7 or 6.2, right? So the reality is this: the Fed cuts rates when they feel when the economy is bad. Okay, that's why they cut rates. They are put in a position where they can't cut rates when they feel the economy is good or has upward trajectory or momentum. Okay, so focus on that. But they didn't cut rates because they didn't feel like it. They cut rates because when they look at the data, they say, man, economy's pretty strong and it looks like it's going to get stronger. So we're going to hold. We're just going to be on a holding pattern right now. Now, for how long, who knows? Maybe June. Right now, the consensus is maybe June. I think with the new Fed chief coming in May, once the announcement is made of who it's going to be, I think you're going to see a little bit of pickup in rates. And then once they get in, we'll see. It's hard to say between now and May how it's going to go, but I would say a hold pattern to maybe slightly lower rates between now and May. We'll see. Okay. Number 2, the December pricing just came out for cars. So you guys get to finish the year, and there's some interesting news. But for a piece of candy, what is the new median home price in the state of California for a single family home in December? Okay, boom, here you go. You get a candy bar. Here, Gary, catch. Get it to him. 850,680. But here's what's interesting, guys. We're in a little bit of a downward trajectory. Okay, December of last year it was 861. And in November of just now, this 2025, it was 853. So we sort of pressed it. If you look, and prices are starting to correct, if you want to call it a little bit, subject to certain factors involved. Now, here's another thing that I found interesting. What do you think the median home price, we're just going to go right to Los Angeles County, was in December?
$4 million.
Really?
935.
9999.
But when you get closer,
-2.
hey, Steph, you get some cookies.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Now, here's what's interesting about it. It was 890, 910. Okay, but it is one of the only counties, in terms of all the local counties, that actually went down. Okay, all the other counties have either maintained from a year ago or have gone up. Los Angeles County is down. So if you look at December of 24, 912,000 and change was the median home price in the county. And now we're down to 890. So sort of, cresting down, as they say, a little bit. So I thought was interesting. But outside of that, inventory is a little bit tight. It sort of loosened up last quarter of last year and sort of tightened up as we got past the holidays. We'll see if that opens up. Hopefully they will. I think we need lower rates to make something happen there. Over 70% of homeowners in California have rates under 4%. So that is the inventory that we need to come out to sort of stabilize the market. And it's hard for a lot of people to give that up unless rates improve to the level where they're comfortable. So that is that. If you have any other questions or anything in particular, yep, go ahead.
I heard that the mortgage applications are off by about 13%.
They were in not January, but they were in November and December. Yes, and most of it was refinance activity because the rates took a bit of a pitch down. So that's where we got to pick up on that. And there was some purchase activity, obviously, because rates did drop down. So the last quarter of last year, guys, was extremely strong on the mortgage application side, mortgage closings overall. And I feel that real estate closings in terms of month to month, it was pretty good too. January is always typically slower. And obviously, there's a lot of things that we're waiting to hear about, Fed chair, direction of the markets, all that, right?
Compared to last year, how was this January compared to last?
Very,
year?
a lot better than last year, but a lot of it is carryover from December. Keep that in mind.
next?
What's that?
What's the Fed meeting next?
After this, I have to look at the dates. I think either February or March, I don't know the dates. They just met. I have to look at it. Because they have, it's a weird thing. They'll do like 1 or 2 in a row, then they skip one a month and they do it again. So I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but I can let you know later.
You think you're gonna go down? I think you're gonna go down.
I think the new Fed chief is gonna put a lot of pressure on everybody to lower rates, whoever that is that comes in. I think that's what's gonna really help us take off, if you wanna call it that. But we can only take off to a certain extent because if nobody wants to sell their house because they have a 3% rate, it locks up the market. See, that's the thing. I told you guys before, we don't have builders here building a mass quantity. Like my brother lives in Colorado, the suburbs. I mean, it is oceans and hills of builders and tractors and bulldozers everywhere. And massive incentives, 3% rate if you buy this house, because the builders are incentivizing everybody to buy. Where does that exist here? Right? So the only thing that exists is what we already have. The only way to unlock that is for rates to come down to people feeling confident saying, hey, I'll give up my 2.6, my 2.8, if I can get 3.5 or 3.8. I don't mind going up a little bit, I'll do it, or 4%, whatever their comfort zone is. But I'm not gonna jump to 6 and leave my 3% rate. Not gonna happen. So the house stays off the market. Basically.
Where's the market going this year, do you think?
Well, so by the way, sales were expected to be up 200,000 nationally last year, about 250,000. And they were not up at all, it was flat. So it kind of surprised everybody at the end. Same thing with California sales, they were flat in terms of growth, right? We were expecting more growth. Everybody from car to now is expecting more growth this year. Obviously right now, as you can see, if inventory is slow and retracting, that's not helping. But if things open up, and I think as we get into the spring buying season, I think things will pick up. Yeah, so I feel confident in 2026. I think it's gonna be a good year. So thank you. Yeah, see, that's it.
Awesome. That's Fernando. The predictions are in. Rates are going to come down. So what's going to happen from a buyer's market, it's going to balance out, and then it's going to go back to a seller's market. That's my prediction. That's going to be more in Q3, by the way. Okay. I have that crystal ball, by the way. Just kidding. Just kidding. But Fernando does. He has the crystal ball. All right. Good information. Thank you, Fernando, for always providing us with value and stats as well. Let's continue. Broker update. Next slide. So how many people want to generate more listings this year? Raise your hand. Not everyone wants to get more listings. Who wants to generate more listings this year? Okay. All of you should be raising your hand, right? Well, there you go. Well, Gary already has the formula. He already knows because he shows up, he's devoted, he's in his cave, and he's consistently just picking up the phone and calling people to ask for the business. So the golden letter system, 26 listings in 1 year. Okay, so there was an agent back east that who really cracked the code on consistency and listing generation, using a really simplistic approach and how he was able to get more sellers to say yes to him and was able to close 26 listings. Next slide. So it's not rocket science at the end of the day, right? But it's a really simple math, right? It's really pick an area. Okay, whatever that area is, it could be a zip code, it could be a city, it can be whatever you want as an area that you want to focus on. It should be a minimum of 100 to 200 doors. Okay, 100 to 200 doors. You got to enjoy the commute, the commute. Choose an area you genuinely enjoy visiting daily to service. Remember, the individual agent that has market share knows the area front side and back side, right? They know the local schools, they know the local shops, they know the local restaurants, they know a little bit about the neighborhood, and that's what ultimately gives them that opportunity to really spill the conversation because you're the local expert in that area. Make sense? right price points, right? Target a neighborhood with average sales price, right? You want to be in an area that is in an upclimb, right? The beautiful thing is that the multiple listing service provides you with stats, right? It'll tell you trends. It'll tell you if the market is flat, if the market is going on the backslide, if the properties in that neighborhood are going up, right? We have them on a monthly basis, the stats of every city here in the South Bay, right? But if you know how to spill the conversation, it'll give you a good ammunition to really explain your expertise of the local market, right? You had a question?
Well, I'll ask you that today.
Okay, cool. High turnover. You want to focus on an area, obviously, that you see a lot of turnover, right? If I was to ask any of you in the room, what city do you see a lot of turnover? A lot of properties on the market selling. What city would that be? Gardena, okay. Carson, yes. Yeah, North Redondo, we see a lot of. Why do you think we see a lot of turnover in that areas?
First.
Entry levels.
Entry levels, yes. Okay, what else?
Yeah,
Entry levels, yes. Schools, right? Okay, jobs as well, close proximity to jobs. So you got to think about the location that you want to start farming, right? Because I think it's crucial and very important as you're trying to set the game plan of what that looks like to generate opportunities, right? Let's continue. Next slide. So set up your phone systems, right? So I showed you a way that you can utilize your text messages, right, through your iPhone, or if you have the other phone, where you can actually be more systematic in approach and an opportunity to, send out an immediate text response to someone, right, by just putting some prompts, right? I'm on the phone currently, but I will reach out to you shortly is a prompt, right? Or I'm in a meeting right now. I cannot answer the phone, but as soon as I'm available, I'll reach out to you, right? Or even better, right? I'm currently on a listing appointment, servicing a potential seller. As soon as I'm done with this appointment, I'll reach out to you. Something of that nature will give you kind of the upper advantage that you are out there working, okay? You're not just waiting for that phone to ring, but you're in essence out there doing the work that will get you more listings, right? That's the goal, because when you get more listings, what comes from more listings? Leads from buyers as well, right? Looking to buy or looking to move into the neighborhood, right? So before returning calls, we'll research every property utilizing the MLS and taxes, right? When it comes to understanding that local market, right? Because once you know that a particular neighborhood, if it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, going between anywhere of 1,400 to 1,800, you can immediately, as an expert, know what the property, somewhat know the value is. If I was to ask Allegheny as an example, right, and I'm only picking on him because he's right in my trajectory here, but if I was to ask him a specific neighborhood in Gardena, and I say, Al, a home in so-and-so block, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet, what do you think the home is in that area going for? He's going to tell me it's going to be around this price point. Why? It's because he services the area consistently. He studies the market. He studies the neighborhoods, right? Because at an instant, right, you can be farming a neighborhood, passing out your flyers, right? Introducing yourself. Hi, my name is Simon with Keller Williams. I just wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to provide you with some information and literature about me or my company. But more, I'm going to be hosting an open house this coming Saturday from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, or from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And I would love the opportunity for you to come and check out the home. Okay. So, and then here's my business card and my flyer, right? And you do that on all of the doors that you're hitting, right? One, you're trying to attract more business, right? Because the individual that is out there hustling is the one that's going to get more business. How do I know that? Is because in my neighborhood, it's very far and few that I see anyone door knock my neighborhood. And when I see someone that is actually out there, I'm really impressed. I'm literally impressed, and I make an effort to listen to what their pitch is. And yeah, for the most part, most of them are, kind of getting into the momentum, but you got some really experienced individuals out there passing out their business card. These are the individuals that I believe are the ones that are going to do really good service to your home, right? One is they're dedicated, they're devoted, they understand the neighborhood, but more so, they're there in the forefront of a conversation, ready to give you answers. That shows confidence in my ability, is that someone is willing to go out and prospect. And that for a lot of us is a scary thing to hear, prospect. I don't want to prospect. I don't want to cold call. I don't want to door knock. I don't want to do open houses. Well, I get it, but that's our livelihood. And if you want to become a rock star and hit the target trajectory of what your goal is for 2026, then something has to give. Okay? No magic system, no magic scripts out there is going to give you the opportunity, but you in front of a potential buyer, potential seller, potential investor, because there's no hiding, right? All of the technology that we have is great, but it's not going to generate the opportunity when you meet firsthand with someone. If I was to meet Rosie for the first time, pleasure to meet you, Rosie. My name is Simon with Keller Williams. Be direct and be forefront, and sometimes you just got to go out and do it. Look, I got clients that are looking into moving into this neighborhood. I'm just curious. Have you considered maybe possibly selling your home? What is she going to say?
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, she may say no, yes, or maybe, I'm thinking, right? But if you're not asking questions, you will never know. And to me, that shows respect that, individuals that are out there doing the necessary activities are the ones that are winning. Okay, next slide. Send those letters, so with the beautiful thing of ChatGPT and all of these platforms that allow you to really streamline, it's more efficient. It's easier to create these amazing letters, right? Maybe you want to do a niche of just investors, right? You have a book of investors that are looking for opportunities, right? And now you're driving in a neighborhood and you happen to see an ugly house. But you created a letter, right, that is specific for these homes that are in bad condition. Not that they're ready to sell their property, but you're just putting your marketing campaign on those that maybe they're considering, right? Maybe it's an absentee buyer that doesn't live in the property, or excuse me, an absentee owner that doesn't live in the property, right? But if you're not out there at least putting out these campaigns, you're not going to see the results, right? But what if you do get a call? What if you get someone says, look, I got your flyer and I'm interested in listing my property? Is that a win? Absolutely. Think about the math involved on this, right? If you devote and you dedicate the time to do one more, it's going to lead to more listings. Okay. If not, prove me wrong. Okay. Talk to individuals that are doing this on a consistent basis, like a Gary, like a Fred, like an Al, like a Joe. Okay. And ask them, what do you do that is generating so many opportunities for you? And they're going to give you the brutal honest, is just going out there and do what you need to do. Okay. So sample letters. Dear owner, would you be interested in selling your home on 123 ABC? If so, please give me a call. Is that so hard? No. The beautiful thing is you can modify it, right? You can do whatever you feel comfortable with, right? These are just generic ideas that will give you more of an opportunity to go out there and do the exercise, right? Because I can tell you, not a lot of agents are doing it, okay? And the ones that are doing it are doing it at a very high level. I remember there was an agent out in the Valley. He would literally spend about $5,000 to $10,000 on marketing. He would literally do 30,000 flyers and he would pass out all of that. Now, he didn't do it all himself. He had a company that would go out and pass all of his marketing material, but he was getting listings left and right. Simple. Not that I'm saying that this what we all need to do right now, because it does cost money to do so, but start something small. Remember, open houses, hosting them doesn't cost but your time. Okay. Creating opportunities on an email or text message to send out to your database doesn't cost money but time, right? So think of what that niche is and run with it. Give yourselves a 90-day pass, right? A 90-day pass in order for you to see the results, because it's planting the seed. The more times you're putting out these flyers out, right? Someone will eventually say, yes, I'm thinking about buying. I'm thinking about selling. I'm thinking about investing. Okay. Be that agent that wants it more. Okay. The beautiful thing is you have time. 2026, it's just in the very beginning of the year. So if you want to really seriously level up your production this year and become an award-winning agent under Keller Williams and be an icon agent, I'm all in for it, right? But it's your devotion and your dedication to it. Next slide. And then one of the key elements, be responsive, right? Speed wins listings, right? So if you get a call from someone, you immediately want to make sure that you handle that call and do what you need to do, right? How many want more listings? Raise your hands. Okay. All of us, right? Think about that for a minute. If I call you, ring, ring, and you pick up the phone and I says, I got your flyer. I think I'm ready to sell my property. You think you have time this week to give me an opinion of what my home is? How many are going to say absolutely, right? But you know how many agents don't even pick up their phone? I kid you not, because I hear it all the time. I get calls from consumers saying, "Hey, I need a find," and these are far and few, but they happen. Just to show you an example, they do happen. I had this one agent that kept giving me information, and then when I was ready to sell my property, he went MIA on me. So I don't know where I can find. I just happened to drive. I see that you guys are a real estate company, and I wanted to see if I can get an agent out here to give me an opinion of my home, opinion of value of my home, right? Think about that, right? If that is happening on a regular basis, you got to be more on top of this efficiency to be more responsive when it comes to getting these calls. And yes, with all of these different types of technology and platforms, yeah, it's even hard to, see and scrub everything that is coming your way, but have a robust platform that will help you generate more opportunities, right? Everything you've done up to this point is designed to make the phone ring, right? It's critical and crucial that the final step is, obviously the approach that any calls that are coming in for you, that you're there to service those potential leads. Next slide. So the proven conversions, right? So if you want to get more listings, right? Obviously, it's a numbers game at the end of the day, right? The more campaigns that you're saying and sending out, and that could be social media as well. The more hits, the more people know. Look at I think Eric Claudio as an example, right? He makes an effort every single day to post something, right? If it's a previewing of a home or doing something about real estate, right? The more eyes, the more opportunities that he's going to get a lead from it, right? And I believe he has several listings right now that he has brewing that came from last year now into this year. So he is busy, but he still maintains that, and he's still consistently looking for more opportunities, right? Because the essence, right, is that if these deals fall apart, what are you going to do? You're going to dwell on it, or you're going to go out there and find more opportunities. So it's about consistency as well. Again, talking to the top agents in the office, right? They don't just stop. They continue looking for more opportunities, because you're going to have some drawbacks and fallouts as well. Next slide. And craft your winning messages, right? So again, working with buyers, recent sales, multiple showings, off-market opportunities, right? These are great segues to really give you an approach and an opportunity to earn more business. Next slide. And then, here are some of the target niches that you can focus on, right? If it's pre-foreclosures, as an example, tax liens, for sale by owners, trust, real estate owned properties, death, probate, bankruptcies, fire settlement houses, absentee owners, for rent by owners, expired listings, and divorces, to say the least, right? Where do you think you can get all this information?
I know.
Yeah. A lot of this information your title rep can provide you with a list of all of this. So if there's a specific niche that you want to target, then do so. But your title reps can provide you with all of, if not all, one of them that you want to just focus on, right? Let's say that it's a free foreclosure and NOD, right, as an example. Far and few, but there's out there some notice of default, right? A lot of people are a little eerie about, going out to a homeowner that has a notice of default, right? Because they may be in a very sticky situation, right, financially, but it's still a commitment, right? I'd rather do an effort to prospect and door knock because you're providing value. You have to be sympathetic about the situation too. But what if they do open up the door and you introduce? What are you going to say to someone that has a potential foreclosure coming up soon, right? Think about it. What would you do or say? Well, why don't you get ChatGPT, right? And say, if I'm having a conversation with a potential pre-foreclosure client that I'm, trying to introduce myself, what are some of the prompts that I should be saying to be sympathetic about the situation, but that I still want to take on the listing or at least provide some type of service, right? To maybe stop the foreclosure, right? And then let ChatGPT provide you with a prompt that'll give you all of the bullet points of what you need to be doing, and then position yourself when you're ready to go and talk to this client. Because now you're dealing with a sympathetic situation, right? A situation that is not easy to have a conversation with, because it's sometimes a little bit embarrassing that they cannot afford to continue making their mortgage payment, right? But what if you're the resources, right, that helps them think like, I think this is what I need. I need some help. I just don't know how to maneuver and navigate it, right? That's where you come in. So think about some of those things. Next slide. And then your marketing vehicle conversion rates, right? Door hangers, folded letters, and then creating cards, right? So it looks like most of your niche and your building momentum is, having door hangers. And like your home warranty companies, they have door hangers that they can provide you free of charge. You can put your flyers, you can put your business card, and use those as an ability for you to go out and hit the doors that you want and focus on the area that you want to, concentrate as well. Next slide. And then the pro tips for maximum results, using envelopes, be consistent, research throughout, multiple touches, right? The individual that is consistent on their daily habits will ultimately get the opportunity to represent a buyer, seller, and investor. And then obviously, being fast on response when it comes to a call coming in. Okay, I think that concludes our presentation. Any questions? No questions. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Next slide. All right, next we got our upcoming events. So Friday, we're going to go back to the residential purchase agreement. So I'm going to go deep dive into the RPA Friday, January 30th from 10:30 to 11:30. Next slide. We got Chris providing you with a win-win more clients on open house training. So target your audience, research, common buyer questions, and let there be a light. So tools and safety tips, Tuesday, February 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. here in the training room.
It's not online, it's in person.
He's going to have it here in person, but we can probably do it online too as well. Next slide. We're going to have a National Strawberry Day. So we're doing a Strawberry Shortcake Friday, February 27, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the front desk with Natalie and Stephanie. Next slide.
Jacket today?
Yeah. All right. Well, that concludes our team meeting. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. And go out there and start making some business. Yes.